What's up, YouTube community? Um, Welcome to my channel. This is an introductory video to the channel. I'm Tennessee's #1 Coldplay fan, and today I'm going to introduce to you, as an introduction, my entire Coldplay collection. Now, before I hop in, some of you watching this might know me as Spinning the Violin Cassette Reels, or Ultimate Music Lover album reviews, unboxings, etc. Now, I made a YouTube short recently stating that from now on, those two channels were going to become dormant, that there's not going to be much activity on them, if there is any at all, because I don't get on them that often anymore. There's not a lot of music for me to really share. I want to focus on being a music major and being the greatest trumpet performance person that I can be, and also studying my love for probably the greatest band in the world. So not only am I studying all these trumpet greats and listening to all this trumpet music to get myself ready to be a great trumpet player, I'm also studying the greatest band in the world. I still listen to other music too. I love a lot of music. I have a diversified taste. I have a great musical palette. But my love for Coldplay is so much that I thought I would, if I was going to make a YouTube channel, that I would make one about something that I'm really passionate about. And so I decided I'm going to dedicate my time to talking about Coldplay and putting myself out there, putting my love for the band out there, trying to build a community of people that love the band so much as well. But yeah, I just thought I would mention that. I still might post a few videos and put some like full albums on Spinning the Violin Cassette Reels, or do some unboxings and reviews on Ultimate Music Lover unboxings reviews, but those channels aren't going to be used as often. They haven't been. They've pretty much been dormant for a while, which is why I made the statement that I made. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get my whole collection set up, and then we're just going to hop right into this. Welcome back. So I got my whole collection set up now in front of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to announce each category, and then I'm just going to quickly go through them. We're not going to do in-depth review today because it's an introductory video, and it's already going to be a long introductory video. But I just thought I would showcase the stuff, just be very quick about it, and show my love for Coldplay. I love this band so much. It's the one band I've collected the most accessories and the most pressings and physical copies of things of. Like, it's my most collected band, I guess I could say. I don't know how to put it, but I've collected the most stuff about this band, the most music from this band. It's just so good. No words can describe how much I love them. Anyway, so let's jump right in. Also, there will be more stuff coming in the future. There's 4 possible 4th one if it ever ships out. Not sure what's happening with the 4th one, but there's 4 possible new items coming in. So I'll make future videos doing unboxings of these items and talking about them, and then adding it to my ever-growing Coldplay collection. So without further ado, I'm going to showcase everything I currently have in my collection as part of this introduction. So let's hop right in. First, let's start with the CDs. So I'm not going to take any CDs or LPs out just for convenience sake. I'm just going to show you what's in the collection. I'm going to show you the release, tell you what year, what date, what company pressed it, if I know off the top of my head, and then the name of the release, and then I'll just move on. So let's hop right in. Let's start with the CDs. Originally released in 1999, This is a Brash Music Fierce Panda Records repressing of Coldplay's Brothers and Sisters 3-track single on CD. I can't remember if this was pressed in 2003 or if it was just a reissue without a known date. Discogs says it doesn't have a known date. Probably the most prized piece in my collection currently. Got it for under $10. It's an October 11th, 1999 UK Records pressing of the Blue Room EP on CD in a digipack. Very, very happy to own this in my collection. Less than $10, and it's an original pressing. Chef's kiss. This is a 2000 US Capitol Records pressing of Parachutes. This is a 2002 US Capitol Records pressing of A Brush of Blood to the Head. This is a 2005 US Capitol Records pressing of X and Y. This is a 2008 US Capitol Records pressing of Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends. It's pretty worn out because it's in the 4-panel cardboard. It's released in 4-panel cardboard. The booklet is in great condition still. The inner sleeve's in great condition, and the CD plays fine. But I carry my CDs around a lot, and so this just worn out from friction over time. But this one release that I want to refrain from like carrying around with me or just using a bunch is this 2009 EMI licensed Capitol Records pressing promo of Left, Right, Left, Right, Left. This was sold at each of the concerts. It was a promo to promote the live tour, the Viva La Vida tour. This is a 2011 US Capitol Records pressing of Milo Zalato. This is a 2014 US Atlantic Records pressing of Ghost Stories. I think I said 2014, if I remember right. This is a 2015 Atlantic Records US pressing of A Head Full of Dreams with the outer slipcover. This is a 2019 Parlophone Records pressing. Can't remember if it's US or Europe. I think it's US, of Everyday Life. It doesn't say Atlantic on it, it just says Parlophone. So I'm pretty sure it's a worldwide pressing. This is a 2021 Parlophone worldwide pressing, I think, of Music of the Spheres. This is worn out too for the same reason, just due to friction, because I carry my CDs around a lot. And then this is the limited first edition 2024 Parlophone Records pressing worldwide release of Moon Music. This does come with a signed art card. In fact, does come with a signed card from all 4 band members. So that's it for the CDs. Now we're going to move on to the DVDs. These DVDs also have CDs. Some of them. Not all of them. But some of them do have CDs for their live album counterparts. So like they'll have the live performance on film on a DVD, and then they'll have the live performance on CD. So for the DVDs in my collection, I have Live 2003, such a great concert. The Life is for Living at the ending of the film is just chef's kiss. It's so good. Gives me frisson every time I listen to it. The enhanced CD also has photos from the tour era on it. Then I have the documentary film Love Actually, just a DVD. It's an undocumented film. It's just people interviewing the members of Coldplay and putting it together in their own film. Treble Clef Corporation, by the looks of it. And then same corporation, Treble Clef, released this one, Up Close and Personal. Another unauthorized documentary, just with interviews with the band. Nothing released by the management team or the actual record label. Live 2012. This is such a good performance. Such a good live performance. I love listening to the CD and watching the DVD. This is so good. Same here. Ghost Stories Live 2014. Wow. Such a good live album. This also has music videos for True Love, Magic, or no, Midnight, Magic, Sky Full of Stars, and yeah, True Love. Ink Live at the Royal Albert Hall. You got All Your Friends as a visual, Ghost Story as a video visual, and then Always in My Head as the artwork animation, and alternate live takes of Always in My Head and Oceans. Oh, I never mentioned the pressings. This is a US Capitol Records pressing. This I'm pretty sure is from the UK, along with this. But I got both the documentaries for $2 in the case. I think this is a worldwide pressing. Pretty sure it's a European pressing. A UK pressing. I think. Can't remember. And then same here. European pressing. This is a European pressing of The Head Full of Dreams live in Sao Paulo, live in Buenos Aires on 2 CDs and 2 DVDs. So it's got Live in Sao Paulo on 1 DVD. It's got the Head Full of Dreams documentary on another DVD. And then it's got Live in Buenos Aires on 2 CDs. Very nice box. Very nice box. So that's it for DVDs. Now we're going to move on to LPs. This is a September 13th, 2024 worldwide Black Eco record pressing of Coldplay's Parachutes. For being made from 9 recycled plastic bottles, this sounds real good. From the same date, September 13, 2024, worldwide pressing, Black Eco record of A Rush of Blood to the Head. This particular copy has, I think, some residue on the front and the back, affecting play a little bit. It doesn't make it skip, but it does affect the play a little bit. I guess it just depends on the weight of your stylus, because the weight of my stylus, it goes over the recommended weight, but it's not so heavy that it's destroying records. So, yeah. Other than that issue towards like the ending, the last song on each side, record sounds awesome. It is a little bit bright, but it still sounds good on vinyl. Same date, September 13, 2024, worldwide pressing. Pressed on 2 Black Eco Records, Coldplay's X and Y. I think this is the best Eco record pressing out of the three. I can agree with people and Discogs reviews. This sounds so good. This is a, I think it's a European. This is a Germany optimal pressing repress of Viva La Vida. I don't listen to this copy because I keep it because my friend gave it to me, but I don't listen to it because the problem with it is there's a locking groove. So on side B, the very last thing you hear the last 2 seconds before the ending, so 2 seconds left of the very, very ending of The Escapist. What happens is it gets in a locking groove that goes into the dead wax, and it just repeats those last 2 seconds before the last millisecond of the ending, of the true ending. So it just repeats the ending over and over. It never hits the last note. It stays on a suspension. It hits the leading tone, and then it repeats the sixth and the leading tone over and over and over. You never get the octave resolution, and it upsets me so bad. However, because Coldplay recently released all of their albums on Clear Eco Record, I went and picked up a Clear Eco Record pressing, and boy oh boy, was that a good choice. This sounds phenomenal compared to that. Like, just even for surface noise and whatever, this sounds so good compared to the optimal pressing. And it doesn't have a locking groove, which is awesome. However, the problem with both of these pressings and all modern pressings after the 2008 pressing of the album is they all use the single version of Viva La Vida. So the transition between Viva La Vida and Violet Hill is ruined, which sucks because that's how it was intended in the original album. So I just listen to the CD most of the time because you get that transition. But if you're just looking to listen to the album on vinyl, go pick up the Clear Eco record. It sounds much better than the optimal pressing repress. This is pressed by Sonopress, which is, is good. All the Eco records are pressed by Sonopress. Then this is a 2011 U.S. Capitol Records pressing of Milo Xyloto with the die-cut sleeve. It has the poster and the original inner sleeve. You got a 2014, I think it's just Parlophone. I don't think it's Atlantic Records. Yeah, it's a Parlophone Records. This is a 2014 Parlophone Records pressing of Ghost Stories. The main thing with this one is it warps in the middle going outward. There's like a slight dip that goes like this throughout the entire record. So when you put it on side A, it doesn't fully sit down. It just sits up almost to the top of the staple that the middle of the record goes in. It almost goes to the top of that. And then you flip it over to side B and it lays flat in the middle, but then just slightly curves out. It's small enough to where you can't see it, but if you put it on side A, you can see it. But otherwise, it plays perfectly. This is a worldwide repressing of A Head Full of Dreams on 180 gram vinyl, black vinyl. It sounds pretty good. I've heard the Eco record sounds bomb though, so I might go pick up the Eco record. But yeah, this is a repressing. Can't remember by what company, but it's a repressing. It's not original. Then I think it was released 2017, if I remember right. This is an original 2017 Parlophone Records pressing of the Kaleidoscope EP with the original poster. This album sounds fire. This EP, I mean, this EP's fire. All I can think about is you, Miracles, Hypnotized. It's got Aliens. It's got all the good stuff on it. Even the live version of Something Just Like This in Tokyo is amazing. It's such a good EP. Very well put together. For their later stuff, this is very well put together. I like all their music though, so I'll never rate any one album more or less than the other, because they're all good in their respective right. But dang, that's a good EP. I can say that much. Then I have I think this is a repressing. I think it's an original 2019 Parlophone Records pressing of Everyday Life. On 2 LP, it's 180 gram black vinyl. It's got the sunset. It's got the sunrise LP and the sunset LP. And then what came along with this was a UK 7-inch pressing of the Arabesque and Orphans single. This is the only 7-inch 45 RPM record I own in my collection. I hope to obtain more. But dang, it was a nice addition to the Everyday Life LP. And then, of course, this is an original 2021 Parlophone Records pressing of Music of the Spheres. It does, on the jacket, it does say Atlantic, but I've checked the matrix numbers, and the actual pressing, the actual LP is, by the sounds of it, it's a Parlophone Records pressing. I switched out the Parlophone and the Atlantic covers when I gave my friend a copy, because the cover that I had for the Parlophone Records one was in so much better condition than this one. When I bought this from Man Vinyl, the corners were creased and edges were rubbing off, so I just kept the damaged up cover for myself and gave my friend the much better cover and copy, I think. But the problem is they're both on recycled vinyl, so this copy doesn't sound too good. But never fear. You know why? Because Clear Eco Record is here. I went and bought the Clear Eco Record, and oh my gosh. This sounds so much better. This sounds so much better compared to the recycled vinyl. The mastering is so much better. The sound stage is better. The presence is better. There's no noise. There's no surface noise whatsoever. It's just all around better. The only downside you're getting if you buy this Clear Eco Record is you don't get the spheres map like you do in the original pressing, which is why I still have the original pressing, because it's die cut, so you can pull out the spheres map and look at the spheres and the way that they're oriented and all that. But if you don't really want the spheres map and you just want to listen to the album with good quality, this still comes with the booklet. Just get this, dude. It sounds phenomenal. It sounds phenomenal on Eco Record. It blew my mind when I listened to it. I was like, just jaw dropped to the floor. It sounds so good. And then I pre-ordered this album before it came out, and I was so happy that I did, because it was a good album and it's a good LP. So from the official Coldplay site, pre-ordered, I got the first edition pink Eco Record pressing of Moon Music with a 12x12 signed art print and a pair of moon goggles that show crescent moons. They're still in there, never folded, never creased. They're still in there. And then this is number P for pink, 18,097. So this is the 18,097th pink Eco Record pressing out of 100,000. Not necessarily a limited edition, but probably limited considering how famous Coldplay is, how world-renowned they are. At this point in time, they have such a huge fan base that 100,000 is limited. Just saying. And then finally, to conclude the LPs, I have a Moon Music Notebook Edition on LP. This comes with an Eco CD that has 10 voice memos on it, conveying the original ideas where the song spawned out of. And then this is a copy of Chris Martin's notebook. As you can see, this is his handwriting. This is taken out of his notebook that he was writing during the Music of the Spheres tour, getting ready to release the album and put new songs on the set list. This is a good run through or look into Chris Martin's brain. I love reading it. And then you got the LP on the back here that's made with 70% recycled plastic from the River Las Vacas in Guatemala, and then 30% recycled plastic from other sources. So this was in collaboration. This whole project was in collaboration with the Ocean Cleanup. And it sounds good. It was pressed by Sonopress, and they're saving freaking Coldplay saving the planet, pulling 9 plastic bottles at a time out of oceans and making a record out of them. It's amazing that we have that technology. So good. So that's it for the LPs. I have 3 cassettes. I'm going to briefly go through them. I do like the fact I own one of them, but I don't listen to it often because it's got breaks in between songs. It's a 2021 Parlophone Records cassette pressing of Music of the Spheres. This is the Echo and Cubic pressing with the album pressed in a clear shell. It sounds pretty darn good. The only problem is there's a second break between songs, so you don't get the seamless transition you're supposed to. But they had a thing where if you collected all 6 of these, it would make the Spheres map. I don't care to collect the other 5, but that would be cool to have the whole set at some point, which I might actually get at some point, depending. I might have the whole set. We'll see. But there's that. And then both of these were expensive. These are both U.S. Capitol Records pressings. One was $65, one was $50, and these are scarce. And I'm so happy to own them because there's not any other U.S. copies up for sale right now. Not on Discogs, not on eBay, nowhere. I'm glad I got them when I did. I'm talking about Coldplay's Parachutes on cassette and A Rush of Blood to the Head on cassette. Both of these albums, I was just so happy to own both of them on tape, dude. These are very scarce, and I don't listen to them that often, but these sound really good, considering they were pressed in the 2000s by Capitol Records, and the production of cassette tapes at the time was starting to decline, and everybody was going to CD, and then bringing LPs back in 2007, but tape was just becoming a thing of the past. But these were the last 2. These were part of the last generation of cassettes to come out of Capitol, and they're very scarce, and I'm happy to own both of them. So that's it for cassettes. Let's get into all the extra stuff, like tour merchandise, clothing, all that stuff, all that good stuff. First, I'm going to start here. I'm drinking water out of my officially licensed Live Nation Coldplay tour mug from the Milo Xyloto era. And I have decided that I'm still going to keep the box for it that it came in because the box is colorful. It's awesome. So what I do is I put this side of the box facing, I put it up on a shelf and I have this side facing towards where you can look because it just looks awesome. The box that it came in looks better than the actual mug, but I love drinking out of the mug because it's my lucky mug. It's my Coldplay mug. So there's that. That's officially licensed merchandise from 2011. So that mug is 14 years old. Next up, I bought this from McKay's for just a little under $10. This is the best of Coldplay, updated. It's an easy piano book. It's piano sheet music, as you can see. It's got most of their hits from the all the way from Parachutes to the X and Y era. It's got Amsterdam, Clocks, Don't Panic, Everything's Not Lost, Fix You, Green Eyes, In My Place, A Rush of Blood to the Head, The Scientist, Speed of Sound, Trouble, A Warning Sign, and Yellow. So it's got a bunch of good selections to play on piano. And I figured because I'm a music major and I have to pass piano proficiencies, that on top of passing those piano proficiencies, I might as well learn Coldplay songs on piano, because why not? So I just bought it to be silly for now, but I actually plan on picking it up and learning songs out of this book, or learning songs that are more correct than YouTube material tutorials. So there's that. I have 3 pairs of moon goggles here. So I decided that I would take the pair of moon goggles in the notebook edition, since they were already folded, because it was a gift from one of my friends here at college. They gifted me the notebook edition. So I decided, because the moon goggles were already folded, that I would use them. So this pair shows the crescent moons, which you can't see, but yeah, this pair shows the crescent moons. And then this is the pair I got at the concert. It is a little rough because I went to Glowcello with these, and they spray paint, washable paint off, so it's like water-based paint, and you could see it kind of got ripped and stuff. Not the best choice, but what really matters is that these are still intact, which they are, so they show hearts. And then when I saw them live, I got the heart ones. I picked up a pair of the rare spark ones, where it shows the 3 stars in the sequence. So I have all 3 sets of moon goggles: the sparks or stars, the hearts, and the moons. So I have all 3 pairs of moon goggles ready to just vibe whenever. And then I bought this off eBay. The water bottle came with it. I don't have the water bottle with me because it's in my dad's car. So I'll eventually showcase the water bottle and make a video of that. But I do have the officially licensed Music of the Spheres water bottle from the company Mir, M-I-R. And it doesn't say Everyone is an Alien Somewhere on the back, but it does say Coldplay Music of the Spheres, and then the Mir logo on the back of it. So really nice water bottle. And then I got the Everyone is an Alien Somewhere tote. This was the first tote that they made from, I think it was composted material or something. I can't remember 100%. It was made out of Terra waste, if I remember right. And so this was the first bag that they introduced to the Music of the Spheres tour that you could buy. And then, because they had Moon music out recently, when I went to see them in July, I bought the We're All One in the Universe tote to put all my tour stuff in. Yeah, very nice bags. I use them more than my shopping bags, because they look nice, but they're also made in an eco-friendly way from great materials. And then I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm just going to angle the camera this way. But I have an official Music of the Spheres poster from Nashville. That is number 168 out of 1,150. So I was happy to pick that up. And then, speaking of that, I got the official Music of the Spheres t-shirt. I'm going to back up a little bit. I got the official Music of the Spheres t-shirt here with all the tour dates on the back. July 22nd, baby. That was such a good show. It was such a good concert. I'll talk about that concert in another video because that was really life-changing for me. It was an experience. So for the tour, because I was so excited to go see them, I'm going to stand up for this portion so I can show you everything. But because I was so excited to see Coldplay, I wanted to make this whole outfit to go in. And so, the two shirts that I made, they got sacrificed to the embroidery machine because I was doing free motion embroidery and I screwed up. So I made a whole other shirt, which I'll show in a second. But I made these pants, and originally I painted everything on them. As you can see, it's got the Music of the Sphere symbols, it's got the moon music symbols, it's got mine and my friend's name and languages, it's got Cubic, the planet Cubic, Echo, it's got the moon cycle, moon music, Viva La Vida, and then on the back it says love is the only answer, has the X and Y logo, has the planet Bloom, Florus, the language is Bloom, had the planet Florus, it's got the parachutes globe, and then it's got a message that says thank you for all the love, Coldplay. Just in case I got called up on stage, I made an outfit for this. And the language that you see underneath Bloom, all those letters, and then same thing underneath Echo here, all those letters, and Cubic, they all say love is the only answer in each of their corresponding languages. So, nice pair of pants. As you can see, I'm currently in the process of embroidering everything. I'm going to embroider this whole pair of pants by hand. So I'll post updates on the channel as time goes on and show you the progress that I make on embroidering this thing because it's a huge project. It's a lot to do embroidery by hand. So I found out that my university has a place where students can go make stuff for free while paying small fees like $1 for like 12 by 12 heat transferable vinyl once they reach a certain limit or whatever. But I found out that sewing and embroidery is free for students to use. And so because those two shirts I got lost, I found images on the internet, used a digitizing software that they had available, and used a small embroidery machine and made patches, and I made a whole new shirt. I got the Everyday Life sunrise and sunset logo on a sleeve. I got Chris Martin's Moon Music, like cursive handwriting, on a patch up on the shoulders. I got the Ghost Stories logo here on a patch. I got Love and Chaoticin on a patch. I made a patch showcasing the spheres, the whole spheres map. And then I made a patch of the Coldplay logo and the Flower of Life and put it on a sleeve. And then I used heat transferable vinyl and sublimation vinyl and ink to put this on the back, which is on the back of one of Chris Martin's tour shirts. And so I just made this shirt completely from the makerspace, and man, it turned out real good. Turned out really good. I wear it quite often. It's awesome. Now, on the subject of patches, I had a flannel work shirt that I never used. So I traced out the word love, similar to what's on Chris's Moon Music jacket, and I did free motion embroider this on the machine. Turned out pretty alright. Not as good as I wanted it to, but it's okay. And then I made another patch of the Milo-Xylitol swirl and put it on the sleeve. And then I made a Viva La Vida patch and put it here up above the pocket on the chest. And so this is a flannel shirt that I wear often. showcasing these patches. And what I plan to do is I plan to put the X and Y logo on the other sleeve, because I do have an X and Y logo embroidered. Finally, to end things off with clothing, I bought this jacket off a website called Street Outerwears. It's a drop shipping site. The actual company is based in Pakistan, but it was worth the purchase. It looks pretty good. It's a replica of Chris Martin's Higher Power jacket. What I did with this patch, because it didn't have the lines in it, I just took a Sharpie and drew the lines in it. But yeah, besides that one little thing, it's a pretty accurate replica. I learned later on that the Chaotican letters they had here, that they wrote here to represent love, are wrong. But they made everything else right. And the back is correct. So I have a replica of Chris Martin's Higher Power jacket. And then off a site called Jacket Era, which is another drop shipping site, it turned out being legit still. I got a copy of a replica of Chris Martin's Moon Music jacket. Very accurate replica. It's got a print of the moon cycle on the side here. It's got love embroidered. I have a love button, a green love button on it that says Coldplay.com on it and globalcitizen.org. And then this patch is accurate. That's not really accurate. It's screen printed, but it's okay. It's got moon music up on here. It's got the moon. And then there was strings of thread that were held together to hold more thread to make the symbols, but eventually I unstrung them. I undid the pocket on the inside so I could hand embroider these. So I just hand embroidered those symbols by myself once I got the jacket. But yeah, there's that. And then on the back, it's got a patch that shows the moon cycle, and then this sublimation vinyl of the holographic moon on the back isn't fully accurate, but it's a nice looking jacket. It looks nice. This is the one I like to wear the most out of all of that. And then finally, because I'm a Coldplay fan and I've been influenced by Chris Martin and his ideas and his philosophies, I have decided that I am going to contribute to the Love Button Global movement. So I've bought love buttons. I've passed out love buttons to people in the music department, to students and faculty. It is a large goal, but I plan to pass one out to everybody at some point. But I do have one of every color: red, orange, blue, green, purple, pink, and rainbow. I have every color variant of the love button, and I wear them depending on what day it is. I'll wear different combinations. I'll always wear the rainbow one with whatever other two. I always wear the rainbow one to represent love for everybody. I wear the orange one to represent the love that I make sure that I have for myself, because I'm a redhead, but orange is the closest color to that. I wear the red one on university-related attire or uniforms, on like my black suit. Whenever I go to perform in ensembles, I wear the rainbow one because it blends in the best. And then last month I wore the pink one most of the time because last month was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all that stuff. So I have every color variant of the love button to just spread love whenever. I also, on that note, if it's anywhere close, hold on, I have it. There's one thing I forgot. I'm going to go get it, and then I'll just resume this video. So on that note, I also have the love button flag. which I wave around while I sing Coldplay songs a lot of the time because it's part of their big mission. Why not? And if I have caught your attention this far, and if you've made it, then I send my love out to you. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much. This is the beginning of a new channel. It's going to take a while to develop, but if you've watched this video, then I appreciate you for sitting here through over 45 minutes of seeing my entire collection. It means a lot because there will be other videos, there will be unboxings coming later on and things, and many YouTube shorts, but thank you for watching this whole introduction. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below what's in your collection, what do you have? I want to know. For all you Coldplay fans out there, I want to know what you have in your collection and how Coldplay has inspired your life and other stuff. You can follow me on Reddit under the same username, Tennessee's #1 Coldplay fan. I post on the Coldplay subreddit. I comment on there quite often. I post some things every now and then. But yeah, please leave a like, comment down below, and if you want to see future videos related to Coldplay, please subscribe, turn on the notifications bell. Again, thank you so much for watching. That was a long introduction, but if you've made it this far, then I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I look forward to making more videos about the greatest band on the planet Earth. Peace out. Enjoy.